We are, for our short shots, going to take a look at some other activities that not only biking, but things like archery, things like underwater basket weaving, things like sneaking behind a cabin and making out
Wait, what?
with your random campers. We're talking about camp movies. This will make more sense with our third discussion segment, which is all about camp. But camp movies and or TV shows. Guys, do you have a favorite camp movie?
I have a favorite. I love Moonrise Kingdom, my favorite camp movie of all time. Just came out a couple years ago. So I think because it was set in my childhood in the 60s, it was great.
And now, did you go to camp, Pam?
Not until I was an adult, actually. I always dreamed of going to camp. I wanted to go to camp so bad, ride horses and do all that fun outdoor stuff. But we never did it in my family. But here at the Statesman, my boss asked me if I wanted to write camp stories for the camp guide. And I was like, are you kidding me? Finally, as a 40-year-old, I get to go to camp. And I've gotten to go to lots of camps around Central Texas, both overnight camps and day camps. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, I can't wait to ask you about that in the third segment. Omar, do you have a favorite camp movie?
Yeah, and more because of kind of what came of it than the movie itself, which I think is a good movie, but Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh my God, that cast.
Amy Poehler and David Wayne and Michael Ian
Black. Michael Ian Black and Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Making out.
So like all these
It always comes back to that.
yeah, all these comics and actors that would go on to do other stuff, and at the time,
isn't David Hyde Pierce in that also?
He's in
Yeah,
Janeane Garofalo's in it. So like all these really great comedic talents are in it, and a lot of them were from the state, the MTV sketch comedy show, but they all kind of have kept on going and are still doing stuff today, and it's really great to see them in their early to mid 20s when they're like so baby faced. Like seeing a 22-year-old Amy Poehler, or however old she was at the time.
Right.
Yeah, and it's just it's a funny camp movie with all the cliches of the 80s kind of camp movies incorporated into it. It's a really fun movie, and I think it's on Netflix. You can probably watch it there. But Wet Hot American Summer, if you haven't seen it, I mean it's become sort of a cult classic among comedy nerds.
Agreed. So I grew up during the high era of Nickelodeon television programming, and this included such classics as Salute Your Shorts, which is an everlasting camp. Nobody
never left.
I want to go. I want to be there.
School. None of the campers goes to school until.
Does the weather change, or is it summer all the time?
I think there may have been some raining episodes, like maybe one or two. But it's always camp on Salute Your Shorts. A second one was Hey Dude, about a dude ranch where no one goes to school. Everyone's at the dude ranch all the time. And this was also my first introduction to kind of two female prototypes. I desperately wanted to be a Brad, the hardcore, gets along with the guys, like has this kind of like brittle sexiness to her. But in life, I think it actually ended up being more of a Melody, the cream puff. But Hey Dude and Salute Your Shorts Mine. I also felt like generationally for me, Troop Beverly Hills was a big one. Also, have your girls ever seen Troop Beverly Hills?
No.
Like would they get it?
They don't watch it. They watch mostly animation right now, but yeah, I'm starting to kind of ease them into some live action stuff, But yeah, maybe we'll do Ernest Goes to Camp first. I don't know.
Yikes.
Isn't Ernest coming out with a new movie?
Ernest has been dead for a while.
I thought so.
Poor Jim Varney.
Bad mojo,
I think that's
Tolly.
the second time I've mentioned that on this show about Ernest. And isn't he dead? Doesn't he have a new project?
Dead, maybe that might work.
I think I just miss him so much. I keep blocking out the fact that he's no longer with us.
Well, the heyday of the camp movies was kind of the early '80s, right? Like Meatballs and then later on, like Ernest Goes to Camp was like I think late '80s, and then Addams Family Values and Troop Beverly Hills.
And this makes me sad that you never went to camp yourself.
I never went to camp, but I experienced it through all these movies.
Right.
You were vicariously going to camp.
Yeah, the movies made it look very gross and like something terrible is going to happen to you involving someone's poop or something. Yeah.
Well, we'll correct that perception right now.